Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I am still here at the Jeep booth at the LA Auto Show, and guess what? We have some more big changes, literally big changes on some of their vehicles, especially this one. What am I talking about? This is it. This is the updated, changed up, refreshed 2026 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. But before we get into this full-size, full-on luxury SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So Jeep is making some changes to the Grand Wagoneer. First of all, Wagoneer is dead, so no more Wagoneer. What that does is it expands the different trims of Grand Wagoneer, but also they're lowering the pricing. When I say lowering the pricing, I'm not talking about $100 or $500. I'm talking about $20,000 cheaper than the previous model year. Now, one thing that they wanted to do is not only expand and change up the exterior, but also things to the interior as well. So what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a full-size SUV, do you go with a Tahoe or say a GMC Yukon, or do you go with this Grand Wagoneer? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out. Right off the bat, you're looking at the new color. It's this blue teal color that really fits the body lines of the vehicle very well. Now, when you come to the front end of the business, this is where all the big changes are. All new look. Look at the way they're doing the daytime running lamps, that horizontal stack with the LED lighting that actually comes all the way across your functional 7-slotted grille. If you notice, this puts it in perfect alignment with their Jeep Wagoneer S, their EV, the way they did the style and the change. Now on the corners, underneath that lighting, you'll notice some horizontal slots within the gloss black and more LED daytime running lamp. I love the lighting, not a big fan too much of all this fake vent. So I'm gonna give it a half a zonk. But when it comes to signature lighting, you're not gonna confuse this vehicle with anything else coming at you down the road. Little bit of flat silver and then some gloss black on the bottom portion. Now, as we come back across that 7-slotted grille, you have some of this nice silver trim, which really brightens things up at the front end. And I'm glad that they just did it mostly on the top, but you'll notice functionality. These are not fake vents. Continuing our way down, large lower grille opening. You do have your active shutters that open and close to let more or less air in, and you do have a forward-facing camera. Like the way they did the lower lip area, there's actually more functionality here than what meets the eye. Of course, you're gonna have that air ride suspension. You could raise and lower this, and you're gonna get that 4x4 component to where you got power going to all 4 wheels. But let me know what you think about the new face, the updated face of this Grand Wagoneer. Now, as we take the elevator up, hood is gonna be the same. That's not a bad thing. Like the way they do the Jeep name on that nice smooth fold. Underneath the hood is where we're gonna see some things happening. So you're gonna have your standard engine is that 3-liter twin turbo Hurricane straight 6. You're looking at 420 horsepower. That's gonna be your engine across all the trims. Made it to an 8-speed automatic, rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. If you're going all in with the all-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds in this thing, and it could tow up to 10,000 pounds. So even though, you know, it's one of those things, you don't have an option for a V8 anymore, you're still getting plenty of power from that straight 6. Now, as we come around the bend, we got new wheels. Look at what we got going on. Nice split spoke design. This is a 22-inch wheel. Tires are gonna be 285 on the width, 45 series sidewall, and then you have that adaptive air ride suspension. The one zonk I have is I don't like the gloss black around the fender openings. I mean, I'm glad it's not flat black, but it should have been all body color, let's be honest. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Now, coming down the side, gloss black on your mirror caps, a little bit of that flat gray. You do have 360-degree cameras. The Grand Wagoneer name looking spectacular, and even a small look, the Easter eggs. They got the Jeep name all nicely embossed, super small in the trim. From the side, this is a full-size SUV. I mean, this is the full-size SUV Tahoe, Suburban, Yukon, Expedition. That's where we're going. Now, as we work our way down, I like how they did, instead of using shiny aluminum, it's just a nice silver finish, just like all the other trim, and they only put the silver along the top. They still have their signature singled off side window frame. So it's not all one big long window like you see on a lot of other vehicles. This is where they section each one off. That's a unique touch to the Grand Wagoneer. Coming towards the rear, that large quarter glass, and then spinning around the back, just like up front, you're gonna get updated lighting. I'm digging how they're doing these horizontal steps, all built in with your flat silver finish. The one thing that still gets me, and I'm sure you're gonna be saying it too, is that the back, a lot of people say it looks like a hearse because it's just so flat. There's no roof spoiler. You have the silver trim up top, and I get it. I can see where people are coming from, but I do like the new badging, the limited trim badge. And then working our way down, you do have your lower bumper area with the gloss black. The cover comes off. You have your full tow hookup, your tow receiver. You do get a dangly exhaust pipe. It would have been nice to have some actual physical finishers. That would have been a nice touch. But why don't we go ahead? We talked enough about the outside. Let's talk about the inside and the changes for 2026. All right, guys, we are inside this 2026 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Like I said, if you were not paying attention, which trust me, I was a teacher for 18 years. I've had a lot of students not pay attention. I have to repeat myself. I sound like a broken record. If you weren't paying attention, there is no more Wagoneer. Wagoneer is dead. The good news is, like I said though, all prices on the Grand Wagoneer have come down. Think about it. In a day and age where prices have been going up, prices are coming down. Now I know you're saying to yourself, all right, Joe, prices are coming down. Lay the nitty gritty on me. How much is this? Well, if you go all in and you get your top Summit trim, you're going to be looking at a price of $102,000. But it could vary anywhere between 60 grand up to $102,000. That $102,000 Summit trim used to be $122,000. So big difference, and there's some big changes. But let's see if this limited trim is the way you should go. To the door panels. Love the two-tone. Very exquisite, very, very high-end feel. You have that nice aluminum style trim there, soft touch on the flat black, and of course, you have that leather with the stitching. Now, I do have to zonk that there is a lot of gloss black around the switchgear, but I'm definitely not going to zonk the Macintosh sound system, premium audio, and then a door pocket that's large enough to where you could actually get a turkey dinner in there. You could get your turkey drumstick, the turkey leg. You can get yourself some cranberry sauce, some stuffing, and a nice large bottle of root beer to wash it all down. That's what the Pilgrims drank, was root beer. Now going from the door panel to the dash, the two-tone, love the soft touch, the stitching. Look at the stitching everywhere. That silver trim. And then even on the side, the nice soft touch with the stitching. Slide on in. Let me introduce you to a massive 12.3-inch screen, full touch screen. We got heated seats. We got ventilated seats. You got heated steering wheel. And then, of course, you have all your different functions of your screen. We could do surround camera. Let's see if this will come on now. They got the cameras covered up. I wanted to show off what was going on here at the auto show. That would have been funny. But power side steps. So you do have electric dropping running boards, which are good with a big size. And I like the way they got the driver blind spot. What that means is you open up the doors, it'll tell you if a car is coming, especially if you have kids. It'll tell you if a car is coming. I wish they didn't block off the cameras, those jerks. God, I'm gonna have to talk to Jeep about this right away. But it's nice that the screen's working even though we're at the auto show. There's the crypto center. Now, you do have physical buttons for your dual climate, which is good, but you also can do this, and this can bring up your climate as well. It's a little laggy. I'm a little sad on how laggy this is, but like I said, here's all your AC controls. See if I get a little fan going. Ooh, that feels good. I know Lori appreciates that right now. A lot of gloss black. That's ridiculous. Come on, guys. But the good news is, open it up, look at inside. You got wireless charging, 2 USB-As, 2 USB-Cs, actually 3, and a place where you can put a big old box of cigarweed down there and close it up. You do have your rotary dial for your 8-speed automatic. Here's where you could raise and lower your Grand Wagoneer. You got your different modes. Can't wait to show you that on the driver's side. Love this silver trim. Why didn't they put silver? Why they got black everywhere? Open this up, the 2 cup holders. You got a little tiny place where you open this up, and then look at that. You have enough room in there to where literally you can get a LeBron James signed basketball in there. NBA regulated. And you slide this back, you got a USB-C, USB-A, and here's where you can put your iPhone 47 Platinum. It's felt lining, so it won't get scratched. Love the leather, and then look at the seats. Same thing, the leather. These you can move so many different ways. It's ridiculous. All power controls. Panoramic sunroof with a power shade, and lots of room. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel, the unique shape wheel in this Grand Wagoneer. All right, guys, business time right behind the wheel. Down below, you'll notice the easy to get to seat controls. Love all that. You got 2 memory seat settings. Now, you are getting some beeping going on in here, but that's okay because we are at the auto show and people like to, show how the doors open and stuff. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of room in here. Steering wheel, the leather, not pleather, leather, flat black on all the switch gear. Love the Grand Wagoneer name. We do have power tilting and telescoping wheel, which is nice. And then you'll notice that 12.3-inch digital display where I could go through the different modes, and hopefully it was showing it before. Now it's not showing it. Ah, there it is. Sport, auto, all the different modes, nicely set up for your Grand Wagoneer. And there's tons of different readouts you could do, and there's a head-up display. So they got you covered with the technology. Sorry for the beeping. We're at the auto show. Let's get into the mid-row and the third row, though, and see what big things are in store for you in the Grand Wagoneer. All right, guys, mid-row and third row time in the mega-sized Grand Wagoneer. I know you're saying, well, Joe, is there enough room? Yes. Lots of great leather for the mid-row seats. Look at this. An armrest worthy of a human arm. So don't have to zonk that. You do have your screens on the back. This has the entertainment center, full touchscreen capability, which is really nice. I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi right now, but that's okay. But at least I could show you the size, and you can tilt it, which is really nice. Command center out the wazoo here. So you do have your temperature, your blower fan, heated seats, but no ventilated seats on the limited trim. I am gonna zonk that, but you do have your slot here for your Jolly Ranchers and Tootsie Rolls. 12 volt, 2 USB-Cs, 2 USB-As, I almost forgot what they call those. A home power source. And then this is a place where you could put a couple books, some nice paperbacks, maybe like a choose your own adventure book. I just want to show that you do have these wireless remotes for the displays, but I also want to show this as my evidence. I am putting this back. Lori, let them see that we are done almost filming this, and there are 2 remotes there. We did not take them home to Florida as a souvenir. Now to get in the third row, it's real simple. Ta-da! Look how much room is back here. This is phenomenal. You got power recline, which is great. I got USB-Cs, USB-As. Lori could show you on that side. And your AC vent built in. And look at this mega-sized cup holder. You can put a Yeti bottle in there full of Yoo-hoo. And I'm not even done yet. I got a freaking my own glass roof back here. It doesn't open, but I have my own panoramic glass roof. So I could see the world. I could see the trees and the birds. But what I want to see, and I know you want to see, is the cargo area. Let's get back there in this Grand Wagoneer and check it out. All right, guys, cargo area time, real nice. Hit the button, it's got the electric assist, comes on up, and then look at all the room we have back here. So we have the mega size room because of this being an L with all this room. Even with the third row up, to put your rows down, you have your switch gear right by your 12 volt. So you got your 12 volt, and then we have our switch gear to power fold our seats. Look at that. Look how wonderful that is. And then those obviously will go down if you move them back a little bit. and you have tons of space here. Nice, high quality carpet. You can literally get a blow-up mattress back here and sleep in the back of your Grand Wagoneer. Now, of course, we're not ready yet for the first drive, but when it comes to wrapping this one up, I know you want to go for the first drive, but we got to wrap it up. First drive is coming. I can't wait to show you more about this Grand Wagoneer, and I can't wait for you to be sitting in that passenger seat next to me. But let me know your thoughts on this Grand Wagoneer. Is it the one that really checks off all the boxes for that full-size superiority? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Wise family. Got to give it up to Latte Lori. She's doing such a great job. And sometimes it gets very difficult here at these auto shows, but she always rises to the top. So thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.